Obviously, Drake doesn't give interviews like that. For that matter, neither does Hov.
Exactly. Even though
for that matter, neither does Hov.
Even though we've seen them on Hot 97 and Breakfast Club before, and
that boy back in the
day.
day.
Hov did a long, and I remember with the long Rockefeller chain and
that boy back in the day.
I still remember the Rapzilla interview with Drake. But when these guys go, for example, Drake in particular,
you say Rapzilla? What about? Because wait, did you say Rapzilla?
Because Rapzilla is something.
Oh yeah. I thought I was.
It's like it's a blog.
When Drake goes Tim Westwood, he doesn't talk.
Tim Westwood TV.
He doesn't talk. No, but he does a lot and doesn't talk.
Yeah, rap thing.
Nobody's asking him the questions
whatever they're called.
Rap Radar, which is defunct.
The Rap Radar is my favorite Drake interview,
but it's the only Drake interview.
Yeah, it's the only one. What do you mean your
recent one as well?
Yeah, well, that's my favorite type of interview.
I told you
in terms of if you sit down with an artist, I don't like the fluff. Let's get to it, yo.
I told you the other day. I'm very disappointed that so far that Drake hasn't done. I wish he would do the Joe Budden pod or
that's coming.
We're to talk about
or what's it called? What's it called? Drink Champs. I feel like those are the two that he should do.
First. Drink Champs will happen before Joe Budden.
They said, well, Drink Champs. He said Nori said he had it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I remember when he said that, and then it never occurred. And I remember,
but I also think Drake is the type of guy where depending on your affiliations, I'm not giving you the rub because I don't trust why you want me over here.
Okay, so if there's like an ulterior motive type,
I could see Drake doing Jadakiss and Fat Joe before he does anybody else because I think he's really cool with Fat Joe. I don't think he has no issues with him.
He's cool with Fat Joe.
Fat Joe seems like a guy who's been political enough that he's never had he's never talked. There's no soundbite that's negative. And Jada, like that's real hip hop.
And Bobby Antonoff. What's her name? Sorry, Bobby Aldoff. Remember how he jumped on her?
Oh yeah, he did that one, and then it disappeared
early. No. But I see what he's saying because he jumped on that podcast early. So the Fat Joe Jadakiss thing, he could jump on it early before because it's like I gave you all this, nigga.
No, but if you want if you want like an interview that's gonna like do unbelievable numbers and shake the whole internet.
Drink Champs.
You got to go to one of those guys
because he's going to be drinking.
I know,
because people want to see.
They want to see
the real.
The thing, and you know this with Drake. If I'm coming and I'm coming to Drink Champs and I'm drinking and I'm getting high, I get Final Cut. I'm not gonna let you guys edit this. You're crazy.
Well, yeah, we know he did it to. Well, then they have it.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, we're not gonna deny that
because he's not against being funny and satirical and truthful. But my thing is, will Drake ever get into the stories like that?
Well, because I thought he was going to do that on these streams, but he doesn't. Like these streams,
Aiden Ross don't give a fuck about the real shit. No. What do you mean? It's not even Aiden. It is Aiden. It's Aiden is the only one he's going to. What do you mean?
No, he did
because of the kick.
No, the other guy.
Oh, the QCP.
That was he was slowly starting to get a little.
Yeah,
we're like, whoa, wait. Like that was that was a little.
Man's like, I'm here. I was like,
wait, hold on.
Yo, when you open up the talk,
chill out.
I'm here.
Chill out.
And that was close after the beef as well. So there was like a lot of
All right,
tension.
so let's do it this way. Who does he do first, if anyone? I'm gonna give 3 names. I'm gonna give 4 options.
Should we say who we think he is or who we would want him to do?
Yeah, you talking about wish list or business?
Okay, give me the 4, and then I'll tell you.
The 4 are academics.
Well, yeah, that's all.
But
don't.
It's gonna happen. It's just
obvious,
not fun.
Just like the party hasn't
happened.
Fair.
Academics.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Drink Champs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Other. In terms of a comprehensive hip hop style interview,
like Shannon Sharp.
A Shannon Sharp.
He could.
That Shannon Sharp would have been.
If Shannon Sharp didn't get himself cooked up, I think Shannon would have got it.
And that would have been fucking
massive.
Unbelievable.
Massive.
That would have been.
No offense, Shannon is a bad interviewer, so Drake would have known. I'm going to go in here and kill him.
I hate you.
But the bites and the team, his team would have helped him cultivate some great questions.
It would have been incredible.
And Drake would be like, yo, how did he? And he'd be like, yo, I got my people. You know,
because Shannon would have got into the Drake.
Yeah, Drake, come on.
What happened in that club?
Come on, Drake. That's Chris Brown. Drake, come on.
But you know what? I'll say this. Maybe him getting in this turmoil actually makes that closer to reality.
Heck no.
Why? He deals with Aiden Ross, who's dribbling in controversy. He revels with academics, who's reveled in controversry. I'm saying the controversy.
I don't think he does act because I think act is messy. I don't.
Yeah, he's not,
you see how you said act? I think
so. You don't think Aiden's
will
messy?
never happen.
He would go to.
You don't think Aiden is messy?
You know how society treats black men and white men.
Oh, and that's
a fact.
When we're here,
he's right.
I'll be real about that.
No.
People look at Aiden and haha kiki funny. People look at Ack and say, liability.
Yeah, Aiden. Yeah, they look at Aiden and say haha kiki funny, calling Doechii a bitch and she's a terrible person.
Bro,
and he's
you already know
whatever.
how I
he
feel
gets
about
all
these
off.
guys.
He's a fucking.
I passed all these guys. Aiden Ross, Post Malone. I cast a lot of these guys.
What did Post Malone do?
Wait, Post Malone?
All he did was do hip hop and throw it away.
I put the guys in the category that they come over to get some money, get some market share, and then when they're ready to step out, they step out.
But we gotta separate those like the white ones that are really derogatory to us compared to the ones that just use us.
Yeah, there is a difference.
I find it derogatory to be used.
No, more than someone saying we're monkeys and shit.
Hey,
I know that was good. No, I'll give you that.
You gotta step on my line like that.
Yeah,
you the rascal,
bro. No, I'll give you that, but
anxiety.
But my number one choice is other. Let's say let's say Shannon settles.
So Shannon other.
Let's say they have Shannon is in my other category. Whoever the other is, because I don't think we have a big. But I still think Drake would probably want to do somebody who has crossover appeal.
You know what?
I honestly think that. That's why I put the other out there.
But enough. We need. Yo, I'll be honest.
No, but I mean appropriate. Like, okay, for example, Charlamagne has crossover appeal, but I'll never do Charlamagne.
No.
Andrew Schultz, he'll never do Andrew Schultz.
Wait.
Oh well, I could see.
You know what?
All right,
that one's not off the same.
Or
would
he do a Joe Rogan? Like, I'm putting the other in a huge category.
Okay, he might do Joe Rogan too.
I can see him doing a Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say the other.
But I don't want him to do that either. But
I like Joel. Joel does conversation.
But
I think Joel will get him there.
We need our black artists and superstars to give the opportunity to these other black creative interviews guys
as well.
Oh fuck! Wait, hold on. Time out. No, we fucked up. There's one big one that we're missing.
Oprah,
Rory and Mal.
He would never do that.
Why? Because of Damaris?
Too small.
I think. You know what? You know what you'll do?
Too small.
You know
respect to them.
You know what you'll do?
Too small.
I don't know. I don't.
You'll do Joe and Rory.
Come on.
That episode when they eventually come back together with
the crossover show. Dun, 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 dun.
Because the problem with
he still loves Rory.
I see what. Yeah. Joe.
Okay, who still loves Rory?
Joe Budden.
Yeah, ICEMAN and Maul that are never right.
Yeah, that's the one, and I know that's not because when I see Maul talk on his own, I don't see like a glimmer of
reconciliation.
And every time Joe brings it up, it's Rory gets brought up in jokes or whatever, and I'm like, usually when you play with your mans, it's through jokes.
I also say other because I think there's a small chance,
tiny
chance,
which one
that he has to do something before
Jennifer Hudson
the
show?
World Cup.
Oh.
Okay, I think there's a tiny chance the World Cup's
going to be
Toronto,
on a promo tour.
He'll be doing there's a small chance that it'll be part of a rollout at that time. That's why I say other because bro, they can bring in anyone.
I got other for you. Drake sitting down with Hove.
Oh,
well, hold on. You know, a lot of the best actor interviews now is to sit down with the actor.
The Variety, Vanity Fair,
Yes.
Actors on actors.
It's fucking brilliant.
Vanity Fair.
So So if Drake wants to do one and doesn't want to give any of these podcasters, doesn't want to give any of these hosts, if he sits down with a powerhouse artist,
I still think he does a crossover artist because of how I think Drake thinks. I think Drake sits with like a Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but
I still think he doesn't do what.
But I don't want that.
It.
I'm just telling you, Drake. I don't want you to do that. If you're gonna do one of those artist ones that's a woman, do like Drake, Beyonce, do Drake fucking. Well, you can't do this anymore, but Drake.
It needs to be an artist that's huge, but he can't know them like that.
Yo,
Beyonce.
Imagine one day.
And Beyonce doesn't even do interviews like that. So imagine if she's back and it's got to be something crazy.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I want music to follow wrestling. Just do something crazy.
Bro, the crossovers that we can have.
It's crazy.
People just put their egos to the side.
Like, put it away. Like Kings of Queens. When Kings of Queens crossover with fucking Everybody Loves Raymond, that shit shakes the industry. Like, we need to have that shit, man.
Remember when they used to do crossovers all the time with cartoons and
shit?
Remember when the X-Men showed up in Spider-Man?
Crazy. Bro. You watch the next episode and they were in that one. That is the beauty I'm talking about.
Okay.
What's the crossover? Give me the crossover.
The crossover that we would need?
Yeah, we need a crossover.
How many years am I allowed to give for this?
Oh my God, I got one that we could. Oh wait, I got one that won't. Okay, I got one.
Okay, you do yours, and then we'll move on.
But they won't do it now because of the situation.
Go.
It really should be Drake and LeBron.
Yeah, that was mine.
Bro,
that was mine.
They both get criticized. They both get praised. They both get glazed. They both get hit up with everything that
praised, glazed.
If LeBron and they all have the same, and they grew up together. They grew up with each other. They know a lot with each other. The tattoos, all the parties, this. LeBron and Drake,
and
bro.
Also, like just knowing that wherever they shot, that would probably be the most immaculate.
Well, it would be the shop, right? Because he did come on the shop one time, right? Drake came on the shop, right?
Yeah,
some type of variation of
it. But one of the first ones they did.
Yeah, so we don't really
because during the Pusha thing.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because LeBron don't even go on the shop as much anymore. He's on Mind the Game more than anything else.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just
got to mind the game.
But this LeBron sitting down with him.
Yeah.
And maybe imagine they got to get into the bag like, yo, I was at the show, just to let you know, like I wasn't on the stage. Like imagine they started to get into like those type of conversations and talk about the haters in the NBA that hate on him that are vets.
Because they would ask the questions.
Yes,
they would do it properly.
Correct.
And LeBron loves hip hop. And he's also media trained, so people would help him. LeBron, we're gonna get this out of him today.
That would be the one. That would be the one.
No, I feel you.